So welcome to Treasure Quest, all of you here.
Yes.
And all of you at home. I'm so excited. This is my first time at Treasure Quest. And I heard that we've been on a quest for the greatest treasure ever.
Whoa.
Is that true?
Yeah.
And I also heard that we've been learning through the life of Jesus.
Yeah.
That's probably pretty helpful.
Yeah.
Now, along the way, we might run into some bugs and some wild animals and even see some cool plants.
What do you mean?
Bugs. You know, there's bugs in the jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bugs I can stomp on. I probably won't see them too much.
Oh, okay. Well, but we gotta listen, right, Josh? Okay. So, before we get to our lesson today, I want everyone to get up.
Yep.
You guys at home too, and I want you guys to rock this jungle. Are you guys ready?
How you doing?
All right, let's get up. Let's get up.
There's a perfect love that takes me at my worst. There's a perfect love that can't be reversed. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. This perfect love drives away all fear. This perfect love calls all to draw near. Jesus, the Son of God. Jesus, the Son of Man. Jesus, the King of Kings. Jesus, the great I am. Jesus. There's a perfect love I do not deserve. I don't deserve. There's a perfect love that will never swerve. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. This perfect love drives away all fear. This perfect love calls all to draw near. Jesus, the Son of God. Jesus, the Son of Man. Jesus, the King of Kings. Jesus, the great I am. Jesus.
Hey, God gave his perfect love, his one and only son, who spilled his perfect blood, that sin may be undone.
Jesus, the Son of God. Jesus, the Son of Man. Jesus, the King of Kings. Jesus, the great I am. To you we raise our hands. To you we raise our voice. For you we humbly stand. For you we do rejoice. Jesus. Jesus, hey.
All right.
That's better than that.
So last week you learned about making choices, right? So you learned about choices that we make. Like if we make a good choice, those are choices that God wants us to make, right? And then we learned about bad choices that Satan might tempt us to do, right? So we are going to continue on this idea of choices. We're going to be looking at another type of choice we can make, and we're going to do this through an example. I have some examples, and I have this really cool fake friend, Ashley. And so we're going to read about my cool friend, fake friend, Ashley, and you're going to either decide if she's being selfish or unselfish, right? And that's a choice, right? You can be selfish or unselfish. Right, you guys at home? Can you be selfish? Can you be unselfish? Yes, right? So, when I read the scenario, I'm going to read both her unselfish and selfish acts that she could do. And if it's a selfish choice, I want you to give me a thumbs down. Everyone at home too, right? Can you guys give me a thumbs down? All right. Now, if she's making an unselfish choice, right?
Sideways?
I want you to do a thumbs up because she's doing a good job. You guys at home, can you give me a thumbs up? Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna read this story about Ashley
Yeah.
as soon as I get into my iPad. Right?
iPad.
All right. So Ashley and her friends tried out for the lead part in the school play.
No.
Have you guys ever been in a play?
Yeah.
Ooh, Lydia has.
Nice. Awesome.
Me. I have.
So both really wanted it really bad. Her and her friend, right? But after the auditions, the teacher said that Ashley and her friend both deserve the part. What should Ashley do? Okay?
Huh.
So let's read what Ashley should do. So A, Ashley knows that her friend really wants the part, and to let her friend know how good of a friend she is, Ashley tells the teacher to give her friend the part. Is that selfish or unselfish? All right, it looks like everyone here has got a thumbs up. I bet you guys at home do too. All right, so B.
Totally.
I bet you guys don't know what this one is. Ashley knows that she will be more popular and with the other kids if she gets the part. So she tells the teacher that she should have it. So is that being selfish or unselfish? All right, yes. Selfish, right? Okay, so that's scenario one. Let's go to the next one. She really, in that selfish one, she really wanted to be popular, right?
I think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
So, Ashley is running to her next class and almost late. She looks down the empty hall and sees $5.
Whoa.
She picks it up and looks around and no one is there.
Mm.
So she heads on to class with the $5. Now, what should she do? What should Ashley do?
Mm.
So, okay, A. Ashley has been saving money for a special item at the store. Maybe it's a PlayStation 5.
Maybe.
All right. She is $4 short.
Mm.
Since there is no one in the hall to claim the money, she decides to keep it and go to the store after school. Is that selfish or unselfish? Yeah, unselfish, right? Even though there's no, it's somebody's money. It wasn't hers, right?
Selfish. It's selfish.
Yeah. Okay, so B. She gives the $5 to her teacher when she gets to class. She knows the money belongs to someone and she hopes the teacher can find out who it is. Selfish or unselfish?
Unselfish.
All right, you guys at home getting that? Is that unselfish?
Unselfish.
Awesome. Okay, so 3. Ashley is okay, I thought I was reading the same one again.
Yeah.
Ashley is running for class president. If she wins, she will have the power to help the teachers make rules that everyone will have to follow. Ooh, being a rule maker.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone voted during lunch, and Ashley found out that her friends had voted several times for her. After school, it was announced that Ashley won by 2 votes.
Whoa.
What should Ashley do? All right, hey, let's see. Ashley stays quiet about what her friends did, so she could become class president. She wants to have the power to tell other kids what they can do and what they can't do at school. She thinks more about herself than the boy who was beaten unfairly. Is that selfish or unselfish?
That's selfish.
Yeah, unselfish.
That is
Selfish.
selfish.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. I put my thumb down. I did the right
Yeah.
action. I just said the wrong word. Yeah. They're
Selfish.
kind of close words. All right. So, B. Ashley tells the principal that she didn't win fairly, that several kids voted twice for her. The principal thanks her for her honesty and tells the boy he is the new class president. Is that selfish or unselfish?
That's unselfish.
All right, yeah. I think you guys got them all right. I bet you guys at home did too. That is awesome. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but these three scenarios kind of touch on three areas that most people struggle with when it comes to selfishness. So the first one is about being famous, right? A lot of people want to be famous or be known by other people, right? So sometimes that can cause people to want to be selfish because they want to be famous. So that's one. Now the second one was about money, right? We all like money, right? You guys at home like money? Yeah. So, and we all want a little bit more of it, right? Yeah. So that can definitely cause people to be selfish.
Yeah.
And the last one is power, right? So, it's nice to have a little control, maybe to be able to have power over stuff. Maybe you don't want to always be bossed around or whatnot. And maybe that can cause you to be selfish too, right? Because you want to have a little more power, right? So those are three areas that you might struggle with, and you might have a hard time not being selfish. Maybe you guys are really good at it. I don't know. But today, we are going to be looking at this idea of being selfish, and that is what our main point is about. So you guys ready for our main point? So Jesus teaches me that I should not be selfish. Can you guys all help me with this? Can you help me read this nice and loud and proud?
You bet.
No.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Jesus teaches me that I should not be selfish. One more time. Let's do this all together this time. Jesus teaches me that I should not be selfish. Did you guys do that at home? I hope you guys did that with us. All right. So Jesus teaches us not to be selfish. And really, to be... Now, there was some scenarios where Ashley was unselfish, right? And that really, you could also say that she was being selfless. Really, she was putting people above herself and knowing that it was important to focus on other people and not be selfish and just focus on themselves, right? And in our Bible verse today, it really kind of touches on that. Jesus teaches about the idea of not being selfish, but being selfless and serving others, right?
Yeah.
And Jesus was pretty powerful, right? Pretty important. Even maybe famous, but he, in the Bible, taught us something real cool. So let's take a look at what... Alright, so here's our Bible verse. It's in Mark 10. Who would like to read it nice and loud and proud so the camera can hear you? Does anybody want to read it?
No, you can sit.
Jakey wants to read it? Okay, let's read it, Jakey. You can help him, Izzy.
For even the Son of Man
Came.
On not to be served, but to serve others.
Awesome.
awesome.
All right, good job, Jakey. All right, I'm gonna just read
Team
the next one.
effort. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was awesome. Good helping. So for even the Son of Man, which the Son of Man would be Jesus, right?
Yep.
Came not to be served, but to serve others. So Jesus didn't come here to be selfish, right? He came here to serve others, to give himself to others, right?
Yeah.
So that is very important, right? Because that teaches us that, right, we're not Jesus, right?
Right.
Like, and if he's going to serve others, when Jesus is really important, right? Jesus is the Son of God, right? So if he is willing to come here and serve others, right? We should be willing to go and serve and help others, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, one thing that we have been doing is we've been following Kit and Andy. Is that true? Is it Kit and Andy? You guys at home, is it Kit and Andy? Yes?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. I thought I was wrong. You guys weren't saying anything.
Kit
So,
and
yeah, so we've been following Kit and Andy. And have they been finding teaching stones? Is that what they've been finding?
Yes.
So, I bet you today
It's right on the bottom.
they're going to be in a big city, right? No.
It's right there.
Yes, I know. They're going to be in a big city, right?
Yeah, I guess.
No, where are they going to be?
In the jungle.
They're going to be in the jungle, right? They're going to be in the jungle searching for a teaching stone because they're trying to find the greatest treasure ever, and these teaching stones have been teaching them where to go, right? So, we're going to head over to Kit and Andy, and I bet you they'll also learn some things about selfishness as well. So, let's see what we learned today
I
from
feel
Kit
like
and Andy.
that they're always
Where are we?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, this is it. Yes. Let's see, according to our map, this is exactly where the next stone should be. Let's see here.
Kit, no, I think...
I'm trying to determine where the teaching stone is, so I need silence.
No, Kit, I really think that...
Can't you understand? I need complete silence to find this. Now, thank you.
Seriously, Kit, I think...
Oh, look right here. I found it. The stone. Oh,
You, but-
Andy, look.
But
Kit
I-
Windswept has again found another stone. What's this? Oh, the phone. What?
It looks like a treasure chest.
Andy, this looks like a treasure chest. Could this be the greatest treasure of all time?
Wait, hang on. Greatest treasure? Wait, no, what about the teaching stone?
The teaching stone? Forget about the teaching stone, Andy. This is it. I found it, and I wonder what's inside.
What? If you really want to know, you could, just open it.
Just open it?
Yeah.
Andy, don't you understand? This is the end of our quest. This is the big moment, and I want to savor it. Now, I wonder what's inside this chest. Oh, could it be thousands? Oh, maybe it's worth millions. Yes, it's going to make me rich. This treasure will make me richer than anything beyond my wildest dreams. Oh, yes, and then I can buy anything I want.
What, not so fast. Okay, let's slow down.
Oh, look.
Maybe we...
Now, I will go down in history as Kit Windswept, who found the greatest treasure of all time. People will be talking about me. Oh, I'll be famous. They'll write stories and make movies about my adventures. Oh, I'll be the most famous person in the world.
Kid, I really think we should slow down.
You know
here.
what? People will want me to be the leader. Yes, they will. And I will rule the world. I will be their queen. And I will tell everyone what to do. Oh, you there. You. Hello?
Me?
Yes, you. Yes, go make me a sandwich. I like crunchy peanut butter and the crust cut off nicely.
Sandwich? Oh, whoa. Stop. Kid, come on down. Kid.
What?
Before we go any further,
Yes,
maybe we should just open it.
I've got an idea. It's time to open the chest.
Great.
Yes, I, Kit Windswept, will open the chest about now, and we will see the greatest treasure ever. Huh.
Oh, what is it?
It's a piece of paper. Oh,
Okay.
but I bet it's that check for millions of dollars made out to me. Kit,
Oh, well, is it a check for millions of dollars?
Mark 1045A.
Wait, so some guy named Mark wrote you a check?
No, it says Mark 1045A. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve others.
Huh.
It's a Bible verse. It's a Bible verse.
Yep.
A Bible verse? Where's my treasure? Where's my money and fame and power? This is terrible. All I have is this verse.
Well, hang on. I mean, we don't know.
I know. I got an idea. I think it was the monkey. Yes, the monkey got tired of stealing your stuff, so he decided to move on to my things.
The monkey?
My rightfully owned money, fame, and
I
power.
don't think that's right.
You know what? We're going to get that monkey. We're going to get that monkey and get my rightfully owned money, fame, and power back.
The monkey? Hang on, Kid. Wait, Kid.
No, please, I have to get it.
Stop, Kid.
Ugh.
Stop and listen to me. Hey, you don't need to worry about money, fame, and power. That's not the most important thing.
Of course it's the most important thing. It was supposed to be the greatest treasure of all that we found at the end of this quest.
Okay, this isn't the end of our quest, and money, fame, and power aren't the most important treasures. All right, now, the Bible verse in this chest,
Yes?
I think that's supposed to be a clue to help us out with the teaching stone. All right, now look closely. Is there anything else on that piece of paper besides the verse?
No, it's just the... Well, it does say see Mark chapter 10, which I'm assuming is in the Bible.
In the Bible, yes, Mark chapter 10. I know we know this is the teaching stone. I'm betting here in Mark chapter 10, we're going to find something about Jesus' teaching.
Great.
Ah, yes, I remember this. Here in verse 17, we find out a really cool story where Jesus spoke with a man who was a rich young ruler.
Oh, a rich young ruler. Now that sounds nice. Someone with money and fame and power.
Well, yes, he did have a lot, but that was his problem.
How is that a problem?
Well, okay, listen, Jesus really cared about this man and told him what he needed to do was take everything he had and sell it and give the money to the poor. That way he would have treasure in heaven.
Treasure in heaven?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of treasure is that? I mean, treasure is actually something that you can hold and touch and feel.
Well, yes, but that's not the best kind of treasure. The best kind of treasure is treasure in heaven because that lasts forever. That's what Jesus was trying to teach this man about. He wanted him to know that people were more important than money. Now,
Well, yes, I guess that is important to help people. That makes sense.
all right, now we've just seen one of Jesus' teachings. Why don't we take a look at the stones and see if we can figure out what goes first?
All right, then. Well, here's one that kind of looks like a king. Oh, the rich young ruler.
Ah, yes.
That's him. And then, money. Money was the thing he thought was more important. And
He
it
had
wasn't.
lots of money.
That's
No.
right.
It wasn't as important. All right, now, Jesus went on to teach about even more things. He taught us about fame and being popular, too. Yes, all right. Now, a little further into Mark chapter 10, we find that two of his disciples, James and his brother John, wanted a special favor from Jesus.
And what was that?
They knew Jesus was special. So they said to him, when you sit on your glorious throne, we want to sit in places of honor next to you, one on your right and the other on your left. Now, see, they wanted glory and respect from everyone. They wanted to be almost as famous as Jesus.
Now, see, that's something I can grasp. The Bible finally talks about it. Fame. I would like that.
Well, Jesus told them no.
What?
Yeah, he said that God had already chosen who would sit in those places. And we shouldn't worry about being popular or famous, and we don't need to spend all of our time trying to please other people. Instead, we should act in a way that pleases God.
Yes, you're right. I guess it's more important for us to be concerned about God's opinion rather than people's.
That's right. All right. Now, okay, that was another teaching. Let's see what stones we can put in place after that.
All right, then let's see. We've got one with two men. These might be the two disciples.
Yes, James and John.
Yes, and they wanted fame, which I guess is represented by these sunglasses. Yes, but we found out that wasn't important either.
That's true. All right, now, that's not it. Jesus told us about even more. After this whole thing with James and John, he gathered all of his disciples together and taught them about power.
Yes, and power, I know about that one. Power is so great. You can just tell everyone what to do and rule over them, push them all around. That would be great.
But there's something better than that.
Oh, well, there is.
Yes. Well, Jesus said to his disciples, "You know that the rulers of this world lord it over their people, and officials flaunt their authority over those under them. But among you it will be different. Whoever wants to be a leader among you must be your servant."
What? Well, that doesn't even make sense. If you want to be a leader, you must serve people?
Well, yes, I know it seems confusing, but what Jesus was saying was that it's more important to serve other people than it is to have power. Now, we've taken care of this third teaching here. Now let's take a look at these last few stones.
Right, then there's two here. One is a crown. And maybe that represents the leader.
Yeah.
People wanting to be a leader. And right here, he said it was best to serve people, and there's a man serving
That's
something.
right.
So that will be our last stone.
Well,
Wow, this is starting to make me think that money and fame and power are probably not the most important things in the world.
no, the most important thing is to help and serve others, and also live our lives in a way that pleases God. Now, to seek money, fame, and power, that's being selfish. But Jesus taught us to be the opposite of selfish. He wants us to be selfless. Now, see, Jesus knew what it was all about, helping others. Teachings are pretty important.
That's true. Now, what I've heard so far about Jesus is that he's a pretty special guy. And now that I think about it, all of these things that I've been taught about not being selfish, they really do make sense. You know what, I think I've learned a lot, and I know that I have a few things to work on.
Yes, well, we all need to work on not being selfish. Now that we put all the stones in, why don't you see if we can pull the teaching stone out? We'll see what's on the back.
Wonderful, we have the stone!
Excellent.
Let's see, and on the back, there appears to be someone with his hand on someone else's head.
Yes. All right, now let's see.
I don't recall seeing this exact picture on my map.
Well, it's not exactly a picture, but these rock formations here do look awfully similar. I bet that's where the next stone is.
That's exactly right! Wonderful! Now then, we should go, shouldn't we?
Yes, we
We're
should.
off to search now for the greatest treasure ever.
It's time once again for another Monkey Challenge! You need to figure out what barrel the monkey is hiding in. Oh no! Here come the elephants! Which barrel is the monkey hiding in? Is it barrel 1, barrel 2, or barrel 3? I can't hear you! Which barrel is it? 1, 2, or 3? Oh my goodness! He's in barrel 2! You sneaky monkey!
I thought I seen him slip into barrel 3 too.
I saw him float through. Floating to the air.
All right.
That the middle barrel
All right.
over
All right.
to that.
All right.
Well, now that could be.
Okay. So
That could be.
Obviously we've been learning about selfishness, and there was one thing that Andy was telling Kid about that I wanted to talk about, because it kind of relates to our game too, right? Because just like Ashley, my really cool fake friend, and Kit, right? They both maybe struggled with power, money, and fame, right? And so he talked about these things, right? And when you're unselfish and look for these things, you may get a reward, right? Just like Ashley would have got her thing that she wanted, that she didn't have enough money for, right? But that thing's only going to last so long. But when we choose to do, a good thing and be unselfish or selfless, right? We get a reward, right? Just like our thumb was pointing up, up in heaven, right?
Yeah.
So that is really important because do things in heaven break down?
No.
No. How long do they last?
500 years.
Forever, right? Did you guys know that at home? That treasures in heaven last forever? So when we choose to be selfless and to serve others, right? We are storing up these treasures in heaven, right?
Yeah.
And I have to imagine that they have to be pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what these treasures are, but I bet you they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right? So, all right. So now we're going to head on over to our small groups, and we're going to bring Miss Jen up here, and she is going to teach us a little further on this, something about this Jesus present and stuff that I've been hearing about. All right.
Ah, Jesus present.
All right, you guys. So we've been learning about many different things, right, lately? Okay, so we're going to kind of do a review, and then we're going to see a couple new ones today, okay?
Yeah.
So the first lesson that we did, remember these right here?
Huh.
Right? This one, remember, was clear water, wasn't it? It didn't look all gross when it first started. It was clear. And then we put some of the sin in there, and that's how it got us looking all dirty here, right? Because sin does not do good things to us, does it?
No.
All right, and then we talked about how Jesus is a present to us, right? So that how God sent Jesus for us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then our next time was this. What was this a picture of? Who remembers? Church. This is our church. That's right. Here is Agape right here. That's our church.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Look, when you leave, look right behind you as you pull out of the parking lot, and that's what you'll see right here
Right.
on the side. Okay. So yeah. So this is a place that we can come and learn about God, right? We talked about how we can learn about God at church, but also at home too. All right. So that was another one that we had talked about. Then last week we didn't get to it. So does anyone remember what last week's lesson was about?
No.
No? Josh, yes.
Temptation.
Temptation, yes. And where did,
there?
and what did, you're right, it is. It's right down here. Very good, Austin. And temptation, what did Jesus do when he was tempted? How did he deal with it? Yes.
He said no.
He did say no, that is true. But what else did he use?
Also, he used the Bible.
He used the Bible, exactly, yes. So we have the Bible here that will help us when we are tempted. We can read things in the Bible and use the scripture and verses out of the Bible to help us in our temptation. Exactly, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to just move this over here, put the Bible here too. All right. All right, and then today, what were we talking about? Yes, Lydia.
Selfishness.
Yes, selfishness, right? And how we should be selfless, right? Not be selfish or unselfish. Okay. And what did Jesus do? Who did he talk to? Yes.
He talked to a rich young ruler.
Yeah, so he was talking to the rich young ruler, right? And while he was talking about that, who else was sitting around there listening? Yes, Josh.
The disciples.
The disciples, exactly. So he was teaching, because here's our picture of our disciples. He was teaching others, right?
That's 590 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he was teaching other people about not being selfish. So thinking about others first. So that is what we've been doing so far, and that is our next one right
That's
here.
5,000.
5,000. I don't know about 5,000, but yes. Okay.
5,000.
Yes, yes, for
Of
sure.
5,000.
All right, you guys. So that is that. So let's see here.